try to prevent those deaths. If somebody is smoking, that's also. Pardon? Oh, cigarette is not bad as well. Okay.
When I go to see my GP, every time the first question he asks me,
Yes.
you smoke or alcohol?
Jazakallah, brother. Brother, you are right. You know, we old people, we know through experience. Even I have been to hospital, you know, time and time. What are the first things they ask? They ask, do you drink alcohol? Or maybe they ask, do you smoke? Anyway, they ask, do you drink alcohol? I answered them, I never touched alcohol. Then they ask, do you smoke? And then you know what they said? Did you ever smoke? I said, I've never touched a cigarette. I never smoked in my life. Because you know, in our Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in Surah Al-Baqarah, the cow, Surah chapter number 2, ayah verse number 195. Allah says, in English translation, Allah says, do not kill yourselves with your own hands. So people who smoke, they are killing themselves with their own hands. What does the young man said? Okay, one cigarette, no problem. What does the cigarette packet say? I have been here in this country more than 50 years. From primary school, I have grown up in this country. Some people sometimes they look at my dress, they think maybe yesterday I came from Pakistan. I've grown up here. Okay, I'm educated. Now, so years ago, on the cigarette packets, you would never find what is written now. Okay? It wasn't like that years ago. Now on cigarette packets, what would it say? Smoking kills. Are they lying to you, young man? They are telling you the truth. It says, for a woman who is about to have a child, it would say, smoking harms your baby. Or smoking harms your unborn child. Are they telling lies? No, they are telling you the truth. Why? Because legally, those cigarette companies, they have to put it on the cigarette packet. Why? So that when people buy it, they read it. Okay, you smoke, but this is what it can do.
It is
And
illegal.
then, let me tell you, a person who starts drinking alcohol, only he can get drunk. Yes, young man? Thank you very much. Common sense. A person who smokes cigarettes, only he can be known as a smoker. So when he, unfortunately, okay, Assalamu alaikum brother, Jazakallah. So when a person, like I just already mentioned, go to, you are young people, may Allah give you long, blessed life, you know, healthy life. But, you know, at certain times we have to go to hospitals, and those educated consultants, when they ask these questions, do you smoke? Or did you ever smoke? They are not asking you because they are asking you for a reason. Or if they ask us, do you drink alcohol? Did you ever drink alcohol? They are asking us for a reason. They are trying to get to the fact. They are trying to get to the final say that maybe okay, he's in this condition, liver cirrhosis. Okay, you used to drink alcohol. That's why your liver's gone. You know, recently I read in a newspaper an English gentleman, I think about 54 years old. He said he used to drink about 4 glasses of alcohol now and then. All right? One day he ended up in hospital, and the doctor told him you had liver cirrhosis, and that is something which can kill. And you know, he was surprised. He said, oh, I don't drink much. I don't drink much, you know. So what I mean, somebody who starts smoking 1 cigarette a day, he might end up maybe has some tension, some other, you know, lot of money. He might end up start smoking 15 cigarettes a day. And because, let me tell you, once a young man in his about 30s, he almost died. He could hardly breathe. They called the ambulance, 999 ambulance. They came, took him to the hospital. You know what the doctor said to him? If you don't stop smoking, you will die. He came into that condition because he used to smoke. And he was almost breathless, almost dying. 999 called the ambulance. Ambulance took him. The doctor in the hospital emergency ward, doctor told him, if you don't stop smoking, you will die. Now you know what he did? He listened to the doctor. He stopped smoking. And about more than 40 years he's still alive. No heart problem. No angiotherapy.
Everything's bad to a certain extent.
Here you see
Junk
everything.
food. If you have one meal of junk food, it's not going to harm you. If you eat junk
Okay.
food every single day, 3 times a day,
Okay, let me ask
it's
you.
going to harm you. So
Sorry about that. Let me ask you. I'm a Muslim. What do you believe in?
I have no religion.
Okay. Okay. We people of the book, who have a book, who read a book, and who live according to the book, we are more, let's say, knowledgeable, blessed. You don't even have a book. When I read the Quran, I read, okay, alcohol is haram, more harm in it than good. I never touched alcohol. I grown up in this country, primary school onwards from this country. Okay? When I read in my Quran, suicide is haram. Committing suicide is haram. I can never think of committing suicide. You understand why? I read a book. Books are good, young man. Because when I was going to primary school, I read books A, B, C, D. Have a nice afternoon, young man. Thank you for listening. When we read books, whether they are English books, geography books, history books, religious books, any books, we read books, what do we become? Eventually we become consultants, PhD doctors, barristers, solicitors, members of parliament, councillors, mayors, teachers, headmasters, police. We reach somewhere.
you don't need books to succeed.
We don't need books.
You don't need them. It might help, but you don't need it to succeed.
Well, I'll tell you what. Did you go to school? Yeah.
If you grow up in a religious background, such as Judaism or maybe
Islam.
Islam, I'm not growing up in that. But generally, you're sort of taught from a young age to study the book. And
Yeah.
it's very academic. You're kind of ingrained in that way of thinking from a young age. You grow up to be a doctor, a lawyer. You go through school thinking, it's second nature, right? There's no sort of pressure to pick up any kind of academic discipline. You're already, from a young age, sort of your mind's, yeah.
There's another thing, there's another thing. Look, when I come here,
We know that alcohol and cigarettes are dangerous, and that's common sense, right?
thank you very much.
What about forgiveness or atonement for sins? Is there?
Thank you very much for that question, young man. I will answer. No. Thank you very much. I mean, this is why I come to Speaker's Corner. I come to Speaker's Corner when there are nice young people like you, or even the elderly. This way is the best way. You ask my question, and you are waiting for me to answer. Okay. According to the teachings of Islam, every baby born, whether in a Muslim house, in a Christian house, in a Jewish house, in a communist house, in a socialist house, in a Hindu house, in any household of any religious group, in any household in any continent, in any household of any ethnic group, in any household of any religious group, okay? Every baby born, a boy or a girl, is born without sin. This is Islam. Christianity is this. Every baby born is born a sinner. That's Christianity. Islam, every baby born is born without sin. Why? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala answer. Look, it is simple. When we use logic, a baby just born, it does not know what is sin.
It has original sin.
Pardon?
It has original sin.
Original sin.
Original sin.
Okay, Roger is a Catholic Christian. Okay, Roger, you said the speak a bit loudly so people can hear you. The young gentleman had to come near you to hear what you. Okay, so when you speak up a bit loudly.
It's inherited sin. It's parents.
The original sin.
Yeah.
When Roger, you're a Catholic Christian. When you talk about the original sin, though I know, but I want you to explain what is the original sin
It's the sin that we've inherited from Adam.
from Adam. So are you telling us that Adam sinned, and because of Adam sinned, we are sinners? But when we go to, though we are children of Adam, but if Adam sinned, then why should we be responsible? Why should